Hi, I'm Dave from Military Antiques Toronto, and today we're going to be discussing some of the items that showed up. It's kind of not even funny. This whole container behind me is full. I can't fit it all on the counter, so I'm just going to show you some of the items that I picked up, and then I guess I'll, I'll probably have to do a few more videos. So the least exciting piece I will show you is it's a Masonic sword. Ivory handle, it is what it is. Brass scabbard, fine. It's neat, but what's nice about this one is it's the Emerald Beneficial Association on the blade. Obviously, it's an Irish Masonic sword. Not really something I deal in, truthfully, but it came in the door from a recently deceased customer, and you know what? It is what it is, and it'll get listed. And as you can see right there, there's an Irish harp engraved right onto the scabbard. So that's kind of cool. So very Irish. If you're into the luck of the Irish, there you go. So there's that. Where to go? Where to start? Beautiful. I love this piece. It's an Irish cobbine as opposed to a Balmoral, because the Irish wear cobbines, the Highland regiments wear Balmorals. What's nice about this, besides the fact that we have the feather in there and a cap badge, so what, is that it's clearly marked inside 1945, as you can see right there. And it's maker size 7 1/8, excuse me, made in Toronto by a company called Hewer. I'm not familiar with them, but I don't remember the last time I had a wartime cobbine. So that's nice when you want to put Irish Regiment of Canada grouping together. It's not something that turns up that often. You find more Balmorals than you do cobbines. And since really it was only one regiment in Canada who wore a cobbine, and still does actually, because they still exist, it's not something you find very often. So that's another cool piece. Then we have a Boer War Scottish tin. So it's obviously T. Free Scots, T Scots. Okay, so it's South Africa 1900. There's nothing in it, unfortunately. But Boer War stuff after 100+ years doesn't turn up that often. So there you can see a better picture of it. It's very nice condition for its age, truthfully. Normally stuff like this, because there's such thin metal, just get beaten the snot out of and crushed. But that's an exceptionally nice condition. So that'll get listed and put up on the website. Gift for Colonials of Trinidad, Grenada, St. Lucia. I've been to St. Lucia. It was quite nice. Grenada I was at too. It's very nice. So it's a chocolate tin. It's made for cocoa and so on. What was in it was a beautiful metal ribbon. I wish I had the medals. Obviously I don't. Be great. That's a really nice group. I don't have it, but it came that way, so whatever. So there's a nice tin. But again, remember I said about beaten up? There's a prime example of one that's been ridden hard, put away wet, not taken care of too nicely. So as you can see there, so that's a nice tin. I don't think I have one listed. I don't believe I do, but hey, if I do, then this goes into a box and it's put away somewhere, because there's not enough space to list 5 million of the same thing. A little doily to the Irish Regiment of Canada with a little silk screened badge on it. Cute little piece. That's a nice little item. Obviously, the collector who had these collected Irish, anything in Irish, because he was Irish. Nice enough guy, unfortunately passed away. None of us is taking it with us. So this, I would say, is some little ID wallet. Again, with a little Canadian Irish Regiment cap badge on it. So there you go. Now I just got to find someone who collects Irish Regiment of Canada stuff. I guess I will. We'll move on to this, and then we'll do something else cool. So this is neat. I wish it was in better condition. The blade needs to be oiled, I think, truthfully. It's Imperial German, as you can see by the guard. But and it's slightly loose in the grip, but I won't touch it. Wouldn't even know how to fix it, truthfully. And I don't play with stuff. It's easier to sell it as is. What's nice about this, regardless of the little bit of rust on the blade, unfortunately it wasn't taken care of very well, is that it's marked the 1st Guard Dragoon Regiment. So it's Imperial German Cavalry. So I will show it here. Of course, that shows it upside down, doesn't it? Well, let's do it this way. There we go. We start over there. I don't normally ever put my hand on the blade, but I'm going to have to clean this off somehow. 1st Guard Dragoon Regiment. Like, really nice piece. And right there, you see the mounted troops. That's really nice. And then you see the, as I flip it around, you see the guard right there with the Prussian eagle. And then when you go to the other side, you can see the emblem for the Guard Dragoons. So, and then a nice cavalry scene in the background right there. Really nice piece. Oh, and there's a nice little horse mounted there too. So this is a blued and silvered blade. Really nice. It's not been that well taken care of. Probably the guy kept it outside for all I know, but it needs a good oiling, and I think that rust will come off. That's one of the few things I will do when I touch stuff is I'll put some oil on it, or I'll wipe off the dirt, but that's about it. Infantry pattern sword, but it's a transitional because that is Victorian. And then on the inside, we have George VI blade, sorry, crown on the blade. VR cipher. But what's neat about this is that it's made in Calcutta, India. So as you see right there, hopefully you can see that. It's made in Calcutta, India, right there. So that's kind of neat. Nice sharkskin grip on it. Not a bad condition for its age, for what it is. No door dings really on the scabbard. It's a nice sword. I don't need it personally. I have lots of swords, but I do sell swords, so I might as well buy it, right? I love this piece. I don't collect this stuff, but this is amazing. So, souvenir piece from Italy. I didn't even wipe off all the pieces of lint and stuff that's on it. So it's Italy 1944 for the Irish Regiment of Canada, obviously. It's got a, as I try and hold it here, 5th Div lapel pin, obviously an Irish Regiment cap badge, and a CVSM ribbons on it, and a nice little Irish badge. So, and a nice little sweetheart badge. This is, I love this. This is really cool. It's multi-piece. I haven't seen one before. That doesn't mean they don't exist, but I think that's a really nice souvenir, and that's not something you see very often, honestly. I really like it. So I had to have it, so I bought it. And here you can see the backside. Nothing special on there, except for you can see the embroidery through when they sewed on the multi-piece items that were on the front. But that is exceptional. I love that. I will sell it, but it's still very cool. I like that. So nice little addition. And then, last but not least, it's a shame on the condition on this. Really, it is. Victorian. We got Royal Irish Dragoon Guards. Shame on the condition. Like, even the plume has seen better days. The pieces are loose. Been mangled. Like, no liner, it's gone. And that happens. I accept that because it's leather, it rots out. But these have been put in incorrectly. They're on the inside. You can see the rosettes. Like, even these pieces are loose. So, you know, it was bought at the right price, truthfully, but it's really rough. So it'll get sold cheap because it is what it is, but it's beaten up. So that's it for this little presentation of stuff. Follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Check out my website. You know what? You never know what's going to walk in the door. I'm going to have to do a ton of videos just to clear all this stuff. So some of it I won't bother, but most of it I will. Anyways, have a good day. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.